I do like coffee, but I also like tea.
I like the smell of Italian beans.
Actually, it depends on the season, which season you're having it. If it's summers, tea. If it's winters, coffee.
Coffee tastes much better.
When it comes to hot drinks, I prefer coffees.
I've never had tea, but I'm crazy about coffee.
If you want to stay awake, if you want to be energetic, if you want to be hyper, coffee is the best thing for you.
Coffee gives you energy to study or to do any sort of work.
I don't drink coffee, even if it's winter or summer. I just don't like its taste.
I never saw people, especially going to restaurants or cafes to have coffee. Now they do.
Most of the people, they use tea for stimulating, but I usually feel when I use coffee, it's better than tea.
New generation, they feel that having coffee or going out for coffee, it has become a trend.
Especially having coffee in our country is not like something very normal.
It's certainly a lifestyle thing.
Why not a tea cafe and why a coffee house? That's a very good question. I think most coffee houses now, including ourselves, will also slowly evolve into offering more tea products. We offer youth selection of Madura teas, which is one of the finest tea blends out of Australia. I think it comes down to economics. If you're going to have an upper-end, upmarket concept, you need air conditioning, security, upmarket location, staff, which costs a lot of money, well-trained staff, good people, that costs money. If you're going to sell a cup of tea for about 20 bucks, you're not going to be able to afford that sort of infrastructure which is required. So I think a combination of a coffee house which has a wide selection of teas would be the ideal concept. The coffee culture in Pakistan has grown over the last 5 years or so. About 5 years ago, there were very few players in the market. There were a couple of different small coffee shops. They were generic coffee shops. No one as such was serving a traditional Italian espresso. And I do feel we're quite proud that we did sort of set a trend in place whereby our core focus was on coffee and serving traditional Italian-based, espresso-based coffees. Whereas initially, before that, most of the coffee culture which existed in the country had revolved around drinking instant coffee. So I think we've made huge leaps and bounds over the last 5 years in educating our customers on different blends of coffee, how coffee is brewed, what are the different forms of brewing coffee, what's the difference between espresso as opposed to drip coffee, or different, mocha mugs, French presses, difference between 100% Arabica blend as opposed to a mix between 30% Robusta and 100% Arabica. So yeah, in the last 5 years, I think the market has grown considerably. The market's also educated itself. I think all the different players in the market have had a huge hand to play in this. We're sort of doing more of a social service to society than running a lucrative business. I think I'd be quite redundant, and it would be a bit monotonous if I would go on about how, everyone complains about there's no electricity, there's no security. Look at food inflation last year was 35%. Energy cost in this country has gone up about, they may say it's 35%, but if you actually look at your bills, your utility bills, energy cost has gone up by 100% since last year. So the cost of doing business, whether it be in the hospitality industry or any other industry, it has become, it's literally become a matter of survival of the fittest. So if you're paying your taxes, which in itself, without any sort of government incentives to build small industry and support small businesses, I wouldn't really say it's a very lucrative business at the moment.
It's
kind of a relaxing atmosphere to go sit and chat and maybe read some books and have coffee on the side.
Mostly when I'm free, I like to go there because the environment is very chilling.
It's a place where they can come and have get together basically and spend some time.
Actually, the young generation really needs a place where they can hang out with their friends, with their family, with their cousins.
We do to some extent deliver a lifestyle habit. You know, most of our customers who are loyal to us, they've traveled widely. Yeah, they're exposed to the media. Media in itself in the last 5 years has grown a lot in Pakistan, because of which people have been educated a lot. But you know, as far as you talk about lifestyle habits, going to eat chaat, you know, or bhel puri, or even stuff like that is a lifestyle habit. We're not just in the business of retailing coffee. You know, it encompasses a lot more than just that. It's more than just coffee. It's the whole experience. Most of our coffees are Brazilian blends or Colombian blends. They're roasted in Italy, so we're importing them from Italy. But they come from El Salvador, Guatemala, Colombian, Brazilian coffees. There are various blends depending on whether you look at our premium blend or our classic blend, but we import them from Italy, which again, you know, I think that's another area which, you know, possibly there's a lot of room for improvement because of the regulatory duties on the import of luxury items. I think the whole industry as such has suffered a huge loss in the last 1 year because of the luxury item duties. Food should not be in luxury items, you know, and if they change that policy, then I think you'd see a lot more job growth, a lot more industry growth, you know.
The taste is evolving. We have a lot of customers that probably transcend different segments of the societies. I won't say it is limited to a particular segment of the society.
Elder age groups and youth, they all drink coffee.
We cater to various age groups. We cater to various economic segments as well of the market. We're largely catering to the upper markets, people who can afford this lifestyle habit. But you know, we get grandparents, we get students, we get grandchildren, we get young executives. I think that's been one of the reasons for our success. I think one of the integral parts of our success has been our team. Without our staff, without our people, you know, we're nothing. And in the hospitality industry, it's all about the team. Every single person counts, from the dishwasher to the barista who makes the coffee, to the gentleman who meets you and seats you and greets you, serves you. Every single person counts. I think we've been very lucky that over the last 5 years, we've been able to retain our staff and we've been able to retain our management because we've taken care of them. And they've grown with us, we've grown from them, we've learned from them, and we've been extremely fortunate that we've got them, because without our team, we'd be absolutely nothing. We wouldn't be the market leaders. I think that largely depends, you know, on the government policies, how the government supports the hospitality industry in this country. We keep talking about tourism, we keep talking about a moderate Pakistan, we keep talking about, you know, the government needs to incentivize the food industry, the hospitality industry. I see it growing. I see it growing in all directions. Because of the high cost of doing business, I see the market is actually going to become segmentized. Okay, you're going to have the upmarket coffee houses, and you're going to have the middle market coffee houses, and then you're going to have lower market concepts as well. So you're going to have different concepts. 5 years ago, the coffee industry was in its infancy stage in Pakistan. It still very much is so. 5 years is nothing. Now people know about coffee, they're learning about coffee. They tell us how the coffee should be brewed and how they like it. So I think the same, now what's happening as well is you've got coffee houses, coffee shops, espresso bars, which are catering to all different levels of society and different segments. So it's great. You know, the more information the customer has, it's better for everyone else, the more they'll enjoy the product.